Hey everyone, this is Scott from Ink Products. In this video I'm going to show you how to install our continuous ink system for the Canon Pixma TR8620a or the TR8622a. The first thing we're going to want to do, obviously you have your machine turned on, you're going to open the lid cover and you're going to remove the original cartridges. Save these for later. Even if they're empty, it's good for troubleshooting. Do not throw these away. Just keep them in a drawer or put them in a little bag or something. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to unplug the machine. Not turn it off, unplug it. You want to kill the power on it. So either from the wall or from the back of the machine, just go ahead and unplug it. It's going to be like this. We're doing this for two things. One, so we can actually move the print head side to side freely. Never want to do that when the machine is powered up. You'll ruin the gear belts back there. So you want to have that unplugged. Next, what we're going to do is you can keep it in the center where it was. We have these in the kit. They're little silicone gaskets. They're going to be put in on the print head, on top of the original gaskets that are in the machine. So don't remove the old ones and put these in there. Just put these right over on the top. So what I do is, I have a little pair of tweezers, or if you can get your fingers in there, you're just going to lay one on top of the other. They have the same shape, so you'll see it when you put them in there. Next thing we're going to do, those are all put in there. Next thing we're going to go to the continuous ink system. Have all your parts and pieces here ready to go. Have some paper towel on hand. And you're going to remove the orange clips right here. Before you do that though, I'll give you a little pinch clip right here. I'm going to go ahead and pinch that tubing right off, kind of like a garden hose. Just pinch it right off just like that. Put your little parts and pieces aside. What that does is it shuts the ink flow from the bottles through the ink tubes and the cartridges. It'll create a mess. So once you do that, clip that off. We're going to go ahead and remove these little orange clips right here. Save the orange clips. If in the future, if you have to troubleshoot the machine or remove the ink system, you have to put these back on. So just go ahead and remove those. Okay, so after removing the orange clips, we got those off of there. Take some paper towel here, and you want to go ahead and dab these off right here, where the ink exit hole comes out of the cartridge there. If you get a little ink on your hands, you probably will. It'll come right off. Some soap and water, so don't. Or you can wear some gloves, whatever you want. So now we're going to install CIS cartridges. They plug in the same way. One thing you got to remember, keep the ink system itself, the bottles, right next to the printer. Never higher or lower than the machine. So they just slide right next against it. Sits right there. And then you're going to just go ahead and snap these in. You want to hear a click noise. So make sure when you're putting these cartridges in, you hear a click for each cartridge, and it's not sticking up or it's not going to catch anything. So now the cartridges are in. Real simple. Now when we removed, let's see, hold on a second. Unplug the machine. So now you can go all the way to the far right, all the way to the far left. That's what we call hose travel. Next, just go ahead and put this out of the way. Next we're going to do, these are your hose brackets. Just go ahead and remove the little paper backing. Comes right off. Extra little tip here. You can take some rubbing alcohol, whatever, and just go ahead and clean the surfaces of the machine. Just makes this stuff stick a lot better. Now follow your paper instructions. It gives you an exact placement where to put it, about 2 inches from the side. So I'm going to put it on here and then I'll zoom in and give you an idea, but just follow your paper instructions. They are the most current. So this bracket right here is going to go about 2 inches from the left side. It's just going to stick right on here. Now make sure everything's straight before you stick it. Just goes in place. Press down nice and hard. Make sure it's flat and straight. There you go. Now you take your hose line here. Just go ahead and it's kind of like a little opens up like that, catches it, clips on, looks just like that. Now this is what we're looking for, a tiny little loop like that. If it's sticking up too high or it's way too tight, you already know it's going to be too tight or too loose, and it's going to cause an error code. So now we have that on there. You can drive it all the way to the left side. Tighten it up just a little bit. And now all the way back to the right. That's perfect. Just a nice flat all the way across. Then take the rest of the tube here. There's another little clip on the main hose bracket. Just clip it on just like that. Now, the rest of this is going to wedge between the side and the front panel, just like this. Twist down in there, turn it flat. It's not going to hurt anything. It doesn't interfere with the ink flow or anything, just like that. Comes right across here, along here, and outside the printer. All set up. Now the last is this is a lid standoff. What this does is, go ahead and peel that off right here. What this does, it keeps the lid from shutting the entire way. That's because we don't want it to collapse on top of the hose bracket and all that. So it just keeps it up a little bit. And like I said, in the instructions it shows you exactly where to put it, but I'll zoom in on that just to give you an idea. So that's there, that's there, that's there. Okay, now what we can do, you can go ahead and remove the pinch clip. That's all free to go, and we can plug in the machine. Machine is on, or plugged in. You can turn it on. And then right now, when that's booting up like that, go ahead and open up all of the small air plugs. They must be open at all time when you're printing. Never have those closed. And this is our lid jumper here, and I'll explain what that is in a second. This is going to trick the printer, because remember, we close the lid down, but it can't close all the way, so the printer would say, you know, cover's open, this and that. So this is actually going to trick it. There's a little tiny section down here. Again, I'll show you, but in the instructions it zooms in and it tells you exactly where to put it. You're just going to go ahead and slide this right down into the little slot. Go ahead and squeeze it down in there, push it as far as it can go, and then that's it. Then you can go ahead and close the lid as far as it could go. That's going to stay open maybe about a half of an inch, but it's not going to interfere with, like I said, you can do scanning, copying, all the features will work just fine. Go ahead and do a test print here. But right now everything is all installed. It's just telling you that we unplugged the printer improperly, so just said OK. We got paper set in the machine, and right now I'll send a couple of test prints out just to give you an idea, and I'm going to show you the printer moving and stuff like that when it's printing. Okay, after the ink system is installed, you probably want to do a nozzle check. So here's how you do that. You're just going to go to your home screen. You're going to select Settings, all the way down where it says Maintenance. First one on there is going to be a nozzle check. Hit nozzle check. Do you want to print a nozzle check? Yes. Yes. What this is going to do, after you put the ink system in, if you ever have to do a cleaning, 9 times out of 10 you don't have to. You just kind of see where you're at. It's going to print out. It's going to show you all your color bars. And as you see here, it's a really good printout. So we're all good there. We're all good to go there. So now I'm going to print out some. Oh, it's going to ask you which is the closest to what just printed out. Obviously, it was a good one. Say OK, and just go right back to your home screen. Okay, now I'll print out a couple of. I'll do a photo and just to give you an idea how good the colors are. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm just sending out a color bar test. This is actually the best way to, if you haven't used your printer in a while, what we do is we just make up like a little color bar. It's all the primary colors. It's better than doing cleanings. This is just the best way to do it. So you can make it up in like a paint program or whatever you want. We have one on our website you can download if you like. This just shows you the hose travel going back and forth. It's nice and smooth. Obviously you can go ahead and shut it, but just want to let it open so you can see it. When this comes out, this is a couple of things. Color bar test, obviously just going to give you all the colors, nothing's missing, scratch lines or anything like that. The other thing is I'm going to do a nice photograph. This thing does great photos. Borderless, I mean really nice photos. So see, this is finishing up. And you can like save this. If you make one, save it, just keep it on your in your scanner bed. Just do a copy every once in a while if you don't have time to print something out. But this is all you want to do. It's way better than doing a cleaning. Like I said, everything's firing beautiful. So now I'm going to load some photo paper in here. I'm going to go ahead and shut that lid down. This is our photo paper that we have. So let's see here. Get it in there. It's all set. And when you're running the printer, like in our instructions, we suggest that you use the best settings. So print in high, and it's for a couple of reasons. It keeps the print head cool, thermal print head. More ink you run through it, the better off the print head is, obviously, and then it's going to get higher quality. If you keep it on draft or standard, you're going to wear and tear on that print head, and then also obviously the prints don't come out as great. I mean, they'll come out good, but not as great if you're running it on best. So we're going to go ahead and send that photo out. Okay, right now I just sent a photo through here. It's 8.5 by 11. It's borderless. I actually took this picture, so it's high DPI, but I mean it comes out awesome. Again, I'll just I can just open the lid here, just give you an idea, and it's super fast. They're bi-directional printers. Canon always been like that, so basically it prints from both sides at the same time. So borderless, 8.5 by 11. There we go. Just make sure when you're doing photos, obviously, set everything up in your computer, photo paper, do all the right settings. You know, not everything is the same, so they have all those settings in there for a reason. And here we go. Also with our paper, the minute it comes out, it's 100% dry. It's a waterproof photo paper. Now this is a luster paper here, but it's not a super high gloss, but there you go. Straight out of the machine. Look at that colors on that. Really nice. So I'm just going to go over a few things real quick. So the ink system itself stays right next to the machine. Doesn't get lifted up, moved around. Look at it. Air plugs must be open at all times when you're printing. These little storage clips that came on the bottom of the continuous ink system, keep them, put them in a little Ziploc, put them somewhere safe so you don't forget about them, because just in case you have to go ahead and troubleshoot the machine or take it out. Another thing, real important, there's a lot of ink in all these little bottles here, but people sometimes just print and it can happen. They run out of ink. So when it gets down about an inch from the bottom, you want to go ahead and replenish them. Never run it totally dry and then try to fill it up, because then you're going to have to prime up the system and do a lot of maintenance stuff. Okay, I'm going to zoom in here so you can get a better idea where all of the hose brackets were placed in the jumper lid and everything in here. Get a better idea. There's your lid jumper switch right there. This is your main hose bracket right here. And see, it's going to go over about 2 inches from here, from the left side of the printer. Your ink line comes across to the right, and this is your last little standoff, your lid standoff. Everything is black, so it's kind of hard to see, but there's a better idea right there. There's like a block here in the printer. You're going to put that right next to that. That just gives you an idea of where everything should go. Obviously then you can shut the lid down here. Remember, bottles are right next to the machine, not higher or lower. Air plugs open. And that's it.